We've got an absolutely wild story that's been shaking up the internet and the music industry alike. It involves none other than the Material Guy, Saucy Santana, and City Girl's own Young Miami. If you thought celebrity drama was getting old, think again, because this saga has everything: friendship betrayals, allegations of secret romances, hush money, shocking health claims, and even accusations that could bring down some of the biggest names in hip-hop. So, grab your popcorn because this one is long, messy, and seriously juicy. Before we dive in, let's set the stage with a little background. Saucy Santana, also known as the Material Guy, is known for his vibrant personality, catchy music, and high-profile connections in the industry. He's always been a figure who blends flamboyance with business savvy, making him both loved and controversial. Young Miami, on the other hand, is one half of the City Girls duo, a group that's dominated the hip-hop scene for years with hits that celebrate empowerment, street smarts, and money moves. She's got a massive following, and her image is that of a confident, self-made woman living large. But as we're about to find out, the public face sometimes hides a lot more than we realize. The story starts with what seemed like a typical bestie fallout. Santana and Miami were friends, but as the saying goes, when money and power get involved, friendships can get complicated. At first, most fans assumed any beef would blow over in a few days or weeks, the usual back and forth we see all the time in the music scene. But what actually happened was far more explosive. Santana claims that the real problem began because Miami allegedly tried to push him into getting involved with scene Diddy comms. Now, Diddy isn't just a music mogul. He's a living legend with decades of influence, money, and power. According to Santana, Miami kept pushing the idea even though he made it clear that he wasn't interested. This created tension. Imagine being caught in the middle of that triangle. Miami allegedly grew frustrated when Santana didn't go along with her plans, and things started to get uncomfortable. Eventually, Santana pulled away, and that was when the friendship started to unravel. Surprisingly, even after their fallout, Santana and Miami seemed to make up, or at least, they appeared to put their differences aside. Shortly after, rumors began swirling that Santana actually linked up with Diddy. No one knows exactly what happened behind the scenes, but the public saw glimpses that suggested some kind of reunion or at least an understanding. Was it business, personal, money? It's all speculation. This quiet peace didn't last long. Not long after, rumors exploded online about wild parties involving Diddy, Miami, and Santana all together. The story gained viral traction when Wack 100, a controversial figure in the hip-hop community, went public with claims about these parties, which many called freaky and off the record. Santana then accused Miami of being the source of the leak, saying she betrayed him by sharing private information with Wack 100 behind his back. Santana publicly denied the rumors about him and Diddy being involved romantically, but the public didn't buy it. The gossip spread like wildfire, and the internet was buzzing with speculation. Some fans even suggested that Diddy and Miami's relationship was a carefully crafted front, a cover story to keep the real connection between Diddy and Santana under wraps. Adding fuel to the fire, Santana claimed Miami was jealous of his relationship with Diddy, so she sabotaged him by leaking stories to stir up drama. According to Santana, this jealousy and betrayal led to Diddy cutting Santana off cold turkey. No calls, no explanations, just silence. It was clear that the heat from the rumors was too much for Diddy to handle publicly, especially considering the questions it raised about his private life. Now, here's where things get really serious, and a lot darker. Santana dropped a bombshell, accusing Young Miami of allegedly having HIV and knowingly spreading it to powerful men in the industry. This wasn't just a vague rumor or a shady throwaway line. Santana claimed he had receipts and proof to back up these allegations, which included some very high-profile figures like Diddy, P from Quality Control, and Miami's baby daddy, Southside. These allegations have enormous implications, not only personally for the people involved, but professionally for the entire industry. If true, they would represent a major scandal affecting reputations, careers, and personal lives. But the story doesn't stop there. Santana also alleged that Miami's lifestyle was heavily financed by a secret roster of sugar daddies, men who provided her with money, luxury, private jets, and a high-flying lifestyle. Meanwhile, Miami projected herself as a self-made boss on social media, but Santana paints a different picture. One of someone strategically using these powerful men to maintain her status, her money, and her relevance. Among the names Santana dropped are heavy hitters like Diddy, P from Quality Control, and Southside, who's not only a producer, but also Miami's baby daddy. According to Santana, these relationships weren't about love or partnership, but about business arrangements and financial survival. Fans noticed Miami's angry Twitter posts and cryptic rants around the same time all this drama started boiling over. Tweets like, "I'm not sharing my next man," had people speculating wildly about what she was going through. At first, people thought her frustration was directed at Diddy's legal troubles or rumors of cheating. But later, rumors began to surface that Miami had recently found out about Diddy allegedly contracting HIV and passing it on to others, possibly including her. When the news broke, insiders say Miami snapped and took to social media, dragging Diddy and accusing him of risking her life. The intensity of her rant suggested this wasn't just business drama, but something deeply personal and painful. According to Santana, once Diddy stopped paying Miami's bills, she cut him off. "This wasn't a love story," he says. "It was a business deal based on lifestyle and money." When the financial support dried up, Miami moved on, reportedly getting close to P from Quality Control to try to save the city girl's career, which insiders say was flopping and on the verge of being dropped by the label. And then there's the story about Miami going back to Southside, not out of love, but for financial support disguised as child support payments. Southside reportedly had a new girlfriend, so any help he gave had to be low-key, but it continued behind the scenes. Putting it all together, Santana's story is of a woman navigating the harsh realities of the music industry with one goal: survival. Using powerful men to maintain her image, keep her money flowing, and stay relevant, all while keeping a carefully crafted public persona. Whether all this is true or not, the story reveals the ruthless side of fame and the personal costs behind the glitz and glamour. And here's the thing that's making this whole situation even more suspicious. Young Miami has not responded to any of these claims. No denials, no statements, no social media clapbacks. Just silence. So now fans and insiders are wondering, is this silence a strategic move, maybe a legal play? Or does it suggest that some of these allegations might hold water? Without her response, the speculation continues to grow. The reaction from fans and the music community has been explosive. Some are siding with Santana, calling for transparency and accountability. Others defend Young Miami, pointing out that these are serious allegations that require proof and caution before jumping to conclusions. Either way, the story has rocked the hip-hop world and raised important questions about trust, loyalty, and the personal costs of fame. It's a reminder that behind every headline, there are real people with complicated lives, and sometimes the drama hits much deeper than we realize. So what's next? Will Young Miami finally break her silence? Will more receipts come out to confirm or deny these wild claims? And what about Diddy, P, Southside, and all the other players caught in the middle of this scandal? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. I want to know what you think. Is this just messy celebrity drama, or is there something more serious here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want more detailed breakdowns like this, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates.